Hey guys, it's Biggs. Now I got to give you guys a bunch of updates about what's happening. Today's a wonderful day. We're getting a great reprieve. It's a lot cooler today. Absolutely love it. We're being totally blessed. Now, where I'm standing, or sitting actually, is I'm actually sitting in this section of what the farmer calls unusable land. It sits right directly beside our pig shelter, and it goes all the way to the back. And you can see way back there, that green hill, that's the manure pile where you guys have seen me before. And then this is all his, what used to be his feedlot, where all he stores all his hay. And what's happening now is the farmer said, if I want to use this section, I can go ahead and use this section. I just got to repair the fence. So what used to lie all along this line here was barbed wire. And I've taken all the barbed wire down, get it all ready. So all the barbed wire's down, all the posts are down. And then we've started putting in the posts and making the section. So we started, we got the heavy posts where the gate's going to be right there. And we got started, and we got the post done at the back there, and then the machine broke. This giant machine literally just broke in half. So I kind of put a stop to that, but Biggs was trying to rush to get this all done so we could get this beautiful grassland here, get it ready for Chewie and Bella, the cows, and get them out here so they have something a bit more to eat. That was our plan. Well, obviously we got halted by the machine being broken. I checked today and the machine is still broken. So it's gonna have to happen when it happens. I'm leaving, actually I leave today's Saturday. And on Monday, sorry guys, the gimbal's acting up a little bit. So it's not me being a wonky. That's to the character of the video, I think. But I leave on Monday for work. I gotta drive about 6-7 hours. So I'm gonna be away from work for a bit, for about a week, and then I'll be back. So obviously the project's gonna be put on hold. But what happened last night, just before me and my wife were getting ready to go to bed, is we looked outside the window and we were like, oh no. So let's go take a look what happened. Now, when we got the cows, especially when we got Chewy, we had to go and change some modifications now. And we're also clearly, after what you guys are going to see what's been going on, we clearly have to make massive modifications now. But everything's working for right now. Hopefully it's good for about a week till I get back and I can get working on the project. But we then had to electrify this fence. So I'm not going to touch it for your guys' enjoyment because I hit it again last night and I can tell you it hurts. We electrified the whole fence using this new Patriot. It's 100%... we didn't have to run power to it. It's all 100% solar and stuff like that. So it's very, very easy to use. And I can tell you with certainty, it packs a bit of a wallop because this thing put me on my butt yesterday. And the day we installed it, I also got hit by it again. So I'm a constant source of entertainment for my wife and children. But that goes, and it goes underground all the way, and it joins up on this one. Now this whole fence here, this temporary fencing here where the goats used to be in that whole section, that's all going to be coming down because that was intended for goats and it worked well for the goats. Goats are gone, and there's all sorts of changes that are going to be happening. But we electrified all the fences and everything, and for the most part it's worked fine. However, if we're only going to do the Highlands and we're going to do the Coon pigs, the bottom wire here that you see is too high off the ground, and the top wire that you see there is too low. So we're gonna have to make some changes to that, but first we're gonna build that other section. Now, these guys over here, you guys know these ones. This is Bella, the beautiful Bella, my baby girl, and her betrothed, Chewy. Now, I know Chewy's the instigator. Yeah, we're talking about you. And us, see, we go and get them grass every day right now because they eat all the grass down. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Yes. She's a sweetheart. And Mr. Chewy, he's pretty good too. Right, Chewy? Yeah, he's a good boy. Yes, you are. You was a good boy. Yeah. Don't push me into the fence, Chewy. Don't be a jerk. You guys stay right there. I'm watching you too. Yes, I'm watching you. Well, what happened last night just before we were getting ready for bed is I looked out the window, and to give you an idea, I'm walking to the end of their field. So there's the shelter way down there, and that's the section that we're going to be developing right away for them. And I'm going to be going off of this post here on their section, going over about, I think it's just shy of 100 feet. It's about 80, 90 feet. And then we're going to be going down on that string line all the way to the end of those hay bales there and then joining it in. And it's basically a section that's about 500 feet by 100 feet roughly. So it's not huge by any means, but for two cows, for the summer, it might be enough to let the ground kind of grow back a little bit. The coons treat it like it's a battlefield. This is all the coon pigs. Everyone says the coon pigs don't rut. They're lying. They do rut. It's not that I don't know what it is. Maybe it's nutritional. Maybe they're looking for something. Maybe they smell something. Hey, they're pigs. Pigs do things, right? So otherwise, they're absolute sweethearts. But what happened is yesterday, just before we were going to bed, it was still light outside, and I happened to just look out the window. There's the manure pile, and Chewie and Bella were over there on the opposite side of the fence. And my wife was the one that did the evening feed and closed everybody up. So we basically figured, hey, maybe she must have missed one of the things and the cows just walked out the gate. And that was not the case. So here we are, 11 o'clock, almost midnight. And we were coming out here. And this whole section of the fence, literally the cows went under this fence. Because this isn't cow fencing. This is page wire. This stuff is super lightweight. This is the electric wire. This is just super, super lightweight. This is not intended to hold back a 1,000-pound animal. So what we did is I ran some wire just in between it to kind of reinforce it, just weighted it through. This was just our evening solution. And then what we did last night is we had some old barbed wire that was lying around still on a spool, and we put a row of barbed wire. Now the one that I put on last night was this loose one here. And that one, sorry you can't even see it, but this loose one here. And that one just ran from that post to that post. It basically solved the solution that they're going to have to get their nose down there. It's going to hurt because that's the only soft parts on a Highland cow. And they're not going to be able to pull that one strand up. Then we came out this morning with a slightly better idea. We turned off the fence. We went to town on it. And what we did is we started at that end. We anchored the barbed wire there. And we stretched it all the way out. You can see it laying just a couple inches off the ground there, all the way to the pole that corresponds with where the new section's going to be. So barbed wire runs the whole length there, all along about 3-4 inches off the ground. And we used a beautiful fence stretcher, and it worked awesome. And then we went and did the same thing on the back, because honestly, we can't blame the guys, even though we called them jerks last night. We can't really blame them. What happened is they actually were looking for that grass that we keep giving them. And because, you know, we're not ranchers by any means. We have 2 cows and we have currently 3 pigs and a litter of pigs, and that's it. So we treat them like pets. So we go out on the other side, we take the quad, we go on the other side of the fence, and we go take big giant laundry baskets and stuff and buckets, and we harvest a bunch of this grass and the alfalfa and all the stuff that grows in there, and the dandelions, which are an absolute favorite of Bella. You know, we harvest that and we bring it in every single day for them by the bucket load, and they eat it all up. So that's nice and tight now. And it's stapled on every post. And then we had to reinforce the top one because we noticed that, you know, this page wire with the post shifting, this page wire has gotten all sloppy. So what will be happening is once that new section is built, we will be changing it up, and we're going to be putting that one in. It's going to be high tensile wire. We're going to put a barbed wire or a hot wire on the bottom and on the top. We're going to do that for that section, and then we're going to rebuild this section with the proper wiring, and then we're going to use all this old wire, page wire, goat wire, whatever we got, and we're going to make a gorgeous section for the dogs. Because the dogs have a run that's, you know, it's big, but we got 2 tanks of a dog, and this is our property line, so we're going to go off that back post all the way back to the end of our property, which is kind of roughly where you can see the neighbors cut their grass there, right about there. There's actually a stake standing up. Right to there, and then we're going to go in a straight line all the way up past the red shed, and then we're going to join it on the back half of the house with a 12-foot gate there where we have a slope that comes down at the back of the house there where you can get down and access for the lawnmowers and whatnot. And then we're going to go straight across to the property line, and then we're going to tear down all Jedi and Leia's fencing, and they will have the whole backyard and the whole lake and all this area and everything combined. So that's kind of, we're pretty excited about it. But I can tell you with all honesty, having to deal with that stuff late at night was a hell of an adventure. And if you don't have some of the equipment ready to go, by equipment I mean flashlights, LED headlamps, things like that. I got all the tools we ever need to do any of this stuff, but having the tools that you need to be able to work at nighttime, drastically changes things. So me and my wife have made a few little changes and some protocols of things that we need to do in the event that something happens at night, and I think we should be good to go. It's always learning here at Outnumbered Acres. We're still having fun. There's the laundry hamper. There's the spoils left over from what they got this morning. You guys are big jerks, but we love you, don't we, Chewie? Right, Bella? Yeah, you still eating grass? Do you want Dad to go get more grass? Yeah? Get some more yummies? All right, guys, see you in a bit. Wandering around outside, especially in the farm runs, wearing my indoor slippers, probably not a good idea. I don't think my wife would appreciate such things. A few landmines you got to watch out for.